Welcome to Florida Kitchen, guys. Today we're gonna learn how to make the marinade for our meats, right? And my brother is going to show us how, right, brother? Do you want to show your face? No, you don't want to show your face? Okay, so this is the meat. You want to be anonymous? Okay, this is the chuck tender steak from Walmart. So we're gonna use some butter, country crock butter, right? And a cup. So what are we gonna do next, brother Alex? First we're gonna put the butter.
Yes.
And how much butter do we put?
You can eyeball it.
Eyeball it? So many. Oh, how many spoons is that? I think I saw 3.
No?
Now we have to melt.
Yeah.
So you can melt it with the lemon, right?
Yes. But we're gonna try and get the most juice from the lemon.
So we're gonna try to put the most juice from that lemon. Are you gonna use both of these?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're squeezing that lemon. Right? How many spoons did you take out from the butter?
3 spoons.
So 3 spoonfuls.
Small 3 spoons.
So the kitchen today is quite busy, and we're going to melt that in the microwave.
For 20 seconds.
20 seconds. I tried to do this marinade last time, and it didn't come out good. So that's why I'm going to record this video, so I'll know for myself next time. So right there is that butter melting for 20 seconds. So it's almost done. Alright.
So it would be like 40 seconds.
So actually it needs 20 more seconds, so a total of 40 seconds. So we needed more melting, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now it's fully melted. And what are we going to do next? Now we're going to stir it, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in the kitchen today, so there's a lot of noise right here. And you could hear that Dominican accent in the background. All right. So my brother-in-law is directing us. Yes. So we're gonna put some black pepper. How much of black pepper?
I would say 3 teaspoons.
3
teaspoons.
Teaspoons. So 3 teaspoons of black pepper. Is that enough, Alex?
Garlic.
So garlic. And
a little bit of salt?
A little bit of salt. How much?
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of salt. I think that's enough. Okay.
You can do a taste test.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. And then we're going to do garlic.
Garlic. And how much garlic are we going to be putting on? As much as you want? Okay, we have minced garlic. Is that fine or no?
Yeah, but the best garlic is the fresh, peeled garlic.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll put minced.
Minced is easier for us. It's a big jar in the refrigerator. So we're gonna use fresh minced garlic. How many tablespoons? 1 tablespoon is fine? Okay, 1. So this is, how did you learn of this recipe? Cubans? Oh, so this is a Cuban recipe. So this is what they use in the Cuban restaurants to marinate the meats. I love how they marinate the meat at the Cuban place. Now I understand why you're using garlic. Okay, so we have those chuck meats right there.
Who bought that meat?
My husband bought it. Okay. Before you pour?
No.
Taste it? You're not gonna taste it? Oh wow. Okay. So what is it when you're tasting it? What is that you're trying to look for?
Saltiness.
The saltiness. How is it?
A little bit more of salt.
A little bit more. Okay.
Actually, we can put garlic.
Actually, garlic salt, be careful with the garlic salts because it's very salty. So I wouldn't add too much if I were you. Okay, perfect. That looks good. So why didn't it come out good for me last time?
Well, because it's called Tammy's World.
You know what? I should call my channel Tammy's World instead of Florida Kitchen, right?
She never does. She never does.
She buys you
Nice.
all that, but
Very delicious. Wow. So you're stirring that. My brother is stirring that. And we have to use some onions. We only have purple onions, so we're going to use that. I want to know why you're adding more black pepper. Oh my! He sprinkled some water in my face because I had to ask him that question.
She's so cute.
Why? Why? You see what it's having, a brother?
You know that today, Jackie, I thought it was Sunday.
You thought it was Sunday today?
I was like, oh man, I didn't do the list for church.
She's like, I didn't do the list for church. Oh, that scary feeling, right? And my husband is cutting some onions. We're going to use that onions for the meat too, right? For the meat. So you're putting more lemon on top of it? Because my sister already put 1 lemon.
It's the same one, just
Or is the same one? Okay.
not completely.
So how are you gonna cut? How are you gonna cut the? How are you going to cut the onions?
And rings.
In rings. Okay. And could you show us how to do that, please? Okay, my brother said that it's too much butter. That we only should add 2 tablespoons. So what's gonna happen now since we added too much butter? You're gonna remove it, okay? So you're gonna remove, and this is our little dog, Bobby. Isn't he cute? Aww. How are you doing, Bobby? Smelling all of that delicious food, huh? So we're removing more of that oil, and he told us that we need to put that on low heat, right? So remove all of that extra butter. So I think we should put like, would it be fair to say 2 tablespoons instead of 1?
1 is fine.
1 is fine, okay. And so we're now gonna add that meat in a little bit. We're waiting that to heat up. But you have it now on a high heat, is that right?
Medium.
Medium? Oh, that's high heat, I think. So now you just change it to medium heat. Wow. That smells really good. And this is more of a Cuban style of cooking, this type of meats. But it tastes so delicious. For those that don't live in Miami and don't know much about the Cuban style of cooking meats and other foods, they use a lot of garlic. But their food is really delicious. So while we're cooking that, we're adding the sauce that's left behind on our little bowl on top of the meats. So it looks good. So we keep on adding that on top. And it smells quite delicious. And we need to look at my husband's finished touch on his salmon. I know we've done it a lot on this channel, but he did it a little different than I did, and it looks really, really good. Perfect. Adding the onion rings. My love, do you think you give my sister a little bit of soda? I mean that Fanta right there. So we're adding the onion rings, and my brother separates them. You know what? Last time I just added the ring, just the whole ring all at once. I didn't separate them. So I was like, oh my gosh, what is that he did last time? And you separate all the little rings, right?
Just little details.
Yeah. Looks really, really good. And it smells delicious. Smells really good. So you add those onion rings by the end, right? Almost by when they're almost about to finish cooking, right? Wow. Really good. So you always have to be moving it, right? So it doesn't get burned. Because last time I did it, it got burned.
Yeah.
Because I tried doing your recipe. And it's because I wasn't moving it. So we're learning here, you know. This is the Cuban meat recipe, Cuban steak recipe.
Done by a Dominican.
Done by a Dominican. You need to show us one time, since I'm not Cuban or I'm not Caribbean. For me, these types of foods is a little bit more difficult to make because I was not born in the Caribbean. But I'm starting to learn with my brother-in-law. But you need to show us one day how to make Dominican food. Dominican food is really, really good. What does Dominican food consist of? Plantains, fried cheese, mostly a lot of plantains, fried cheese, what else? And sausage, right? Fried, huh? Yeah. Perfect. So let me put that in a plate. All right, my beautiful friends. So this is the final touch of the meat, and it tastes really good. My brother-in-law is tasting it right now, and it's super, super good. What we recommend is that we weren't planning to do this recipe, so we use this type of meat, but we recommend that you use thin meats because it's a Cuban recipe. It's much better on thin meats. But anyways, it still came out good, and I'm so excited to try it right now. And but my brother-in-law says it's good, so I'm pretty sure it's delicious. So comment, subscribe at Florida Kitchen, and I'm on Instagram at Florida Kitchen 1. See you next time. Bye-bye.